What's good, people? It's your boy Les from the St. Jean family, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys for stopping by and rocking with your boy, man. And I hope that you guys are having a blessed day as well. And today's reaction is 20 things you didn't know about Shaq. But before we jump into this video, if this is your first time stopping by, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like. You'll be doing your boy a favor, and at the same time, you'll be helping me out. And if you got me, let's jump into this reaction.
These are 20 things you didn't know about Shaq.
I didn't know he played baseball.
And for number 20, there's no way you knew that Shaq is an MMA fighter.
MMA is the reason I became a champion. Because when I played basketball, it wasn't basketball, it was more wrestling. So when I trained MMA with John Burke, I came back in the best shape of my life.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Shaq's 7'1" and knows MMA. That's terrifying. But so is number 19, because you probably didn't know that Shaq was 6'4" at just 10 years old.
When you were 10 years old, you were 6'4" inches.
True.
Really?
Yeah.
That is not a child. That's a full-grown man. Well, look, what's even bigger than Shaq's body is his Twitter. Because of number 18, I bet you didn't know that Shaq was the first person ever to get verified. See, back in 2008, people were impersonating Shaq on Twitter, even going as far as using his name to scam. So to set the record straight, Shaq made his own official handle at the real Shaq. And it helped, but there were still some fake accounts tricking people. So in June of 2009, Twitter came up with the ultimate solution, giving Shaq the very first blue check mark in social media history. Damn, this man Shaq changed the world. So did number 17, because I bet you didn't know that Shaq was supposed to be in the car with Biggie the night he was killed. See, in 1996, Shaq met a hip-hop icon, the notorious B.I.G., and they hit it off so well that they even recorded a track together called Can't Stop the Rain. And this song marked the beginning of a friendship. So on March 8th of 1997, 2 days after Shaq's birthday, Biggie wanted to celebrate. So he invited Shaq out for a night of girls, music, and partying. And Shaq was down, but had accidentally fallen asleep just hours before the party started.
That boy laid out.
It just saved his life.
I had on a cold white suit and with the white hat and all that. I was actually on my way. I was dressed, ready to go.
Thank God you didn't go, boy.
He fell asleep and never made it to the party. A call from his mother woke him up at 4 a.m.
She said, "Did you go to the party?" And I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" She said, "You know, your friend was shot." It was a sad day for everyone. Sad day for everyone.
Man, I just feel bad for Shaq. That's rough. But so is Shaq's shooting. Because of number 16, you probably had no clue that during his entire NBA career, Shaq only made 1 3-pointer. One.
Damn! Hell duh.
Ooh, I gotta give it to Shaq. That shot was wet. I mean, I'm starting to think he can shoot, especially after number 15. Because I don't think you knew that Shaq is a cop.
And you know, this was on my list as a youngster. I said one day I want to be a cop. So when I started pursuing that here in Los Angeles, like a lot of people would give me badges. And I was like, you know what? If you give me a badge, when I go out on the street, the officer's not going to respect me. So I made them put me through 2 different police academies. And I became a full-fledged reserve officer, level 1. Level 3 is security guard status. Level 2 is you have to ride with another officer. Level 1, you can ride by yourself. You have full-fledged police officer duties.
Yeah, and Shaq takes his duties seriously, because over the years, he's worked for 11 different police departments, serving as deputy sheriff, a U.S. Marshal, and hell, he even became a detective.
Hi, I'm Detective Shaquille O'Neal, the Royal Police Department. Why I wear the badge?
That's what's up,
Plain and simple. The badge made me who I am.
Man, all jokes aside, this man Shaq is a hero.
For real?
But sometimes, Shaq needs saving himself, because of number 14. I bet you didn't know that Shaq was almost eaten by a shark.
Topside ABC. How's our
I
boy
don't think the
looking
shark
down
could swallow
there?
Shaq, man.
A little nervous, but he's doing good. These reefs are more in-depth than usual. There's literally a dozen or more, and they're all just frenzied right up against the cage. What? Was the shark taking it?
What? Sorry, what did you say?
There's a shark in the cage! I gotta
Hell no.
Went in the window. I'm the little Shaq in the cage. He's still in there. Get him out of here!
Hell no.
You're good. He's coming.
Well, Shaq will finna get gone.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, slow down. Slow down.
That's about the shark attack, you bitches!
Now, Shaq might be scared of sharks, but number 13 is even scarier, because you probably didn't know that Shaq started his very own Halloween festival.
It's me, Shaq. This year, I am taking over Southern California for my own twist on Halloween at Shacktoberfest! Family
Shaq
friendly
does
trick
it
or
all,
treating
man.
every day. Frightfully fun nightmare haunted trails, exciting live entertainment, and delicious food and drinks. Sorry about that.
Well, damn. Never knew Shaq was this spooky. And I also never knew number 12 either. The fact that Shaq is an inventor. I mean, he's made the Shaq waffle maker, the Shaq grill. Hell, he even developed the Shaq shoe phone. But in 2021, he created his most brilliant invention.
I don't know about the phone, but I know growing up, man, they had Shaq shoes, man. They sell Shaq shoes in Walmart and Payless and all that, man. You got to give it up to Shaq, man. Shaq is he's a phenomenal guy, man. Shaq doing his thing, man. Yeah, I agree. Comment down below, man, if you guys knew any of these things, that was mentioned about Shaq. I didn't know half of these things, man. Comes to know that, come to show that we don't really know everything as we think that we might,
Yeah.
Hey, America, you're going to love this.
Why is it so hard to boil eggs? They're either too soft, too hard, or explode in the boiling water. But now you can make a lot of eggs in a little time with the Shaq Egg Maker. It makes 14 hard-boiled eggs exactly how you like them.
When you see the name Shaq, you know it's all that.
Yeah, and ever since this thing dropped, it's been changing lives.
We're going to use our Shaq Egg Maker today. Okay, we got our 14 eggs in there, got holes in the top of them. And this is how it's supposed to look when you start making it.
Look at Shaq, man. Changing the world one egg at a time. But at number 11, he was changing the NBA. Because you might not have known that Shaq is the biggest prankster the league's ever seen. Like, he forced rookies to carry his bags, stuffed trash in people's cars, recorded diss tracks. He'd even tackled team trainers for no reason. But there's one prank that went way too far.
I want to ask you about this, and we can go into it if you want to talk about it, the little back and forth war between you and Lou Amundsen. So him and Lou Amundsen are going back and forth. This motherfucker put Lou's mouthpiece in his tights for shoot-around.
Hell no.
Went through the whole shoot-around, quietly puts it back up in his thing. But by the time the game comes around, you must have told people, because more people knew about it, so Lou puts his mouthpiece in after coach talks, and we're about to huddle, and we just lose it, bro.
Ugh. Disgusting. But look, we're in the top 10 now.
Shaq a
that
big
means
kid,
you're
man.
about to see a whole new side of Shaq you've never seen before. And while you might have known that Shaq is a terrible free throw shooter, you definitely didn't know why. See, when Shaq was just 11 years old, he was out climbing a tree, just being a kid, when all of a sudden, a branch snapped, sending Shaq straight to the ground. At that moment, Shaq had broken both of his wrists. But the worst was yet to come, because after this injury, Shaq's wrist didn't heal properly, making him unable to cock his right hand, and leaving his left hand permanently bent inwards. And according to Lakers coach Del Harris, this made it impossible for Shaq to have a proper shooting form. Yeah, people like to clown the guy, but he went through it. And yeah, what happened to him is nothing compared to number 9. Because you might not have known that Shaq almost killed someone. See, when Shaq was growing up, he was a completely different person. Well, Shaq was a bully, but one day, he took the bullying to a dangerous level.
I was always a bully until one day in 5th grade, I had a spit wad. I threw it at the chalkboard, it splattered. This kid rats me out. But prior to that, my father said, if you get suspended again, I'm gonna kill you. First I go to the office, 3 days. So now I gotta go home.
You're suspended for 3 days.
Suspended for 3 days. So now I gotta go home. I already know what I'm getting when I get home. But before I go home, I'm gonna whoop your ass. So I'm beating this kid up, and I'm kicking this kid, and he has an epileptic seizure. It's just me and the kid out there, and he's on the ground shaking. Now I'm frightened because,
Join large-scale battles with military vehicles. The online action game War Thunder has received a major update. Direct hit.
So then a guy comes and he saves the kid. And, but after that, I go home, I get disciplined, my mother pulls me to the side and says, "You're too big and too strong, you can't ever do that again." And that kind of stayed with me. I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. So then I was like, I'm not gonna beat people up. Let me go to plan B on how to get them to like me. Because I was always a class clown, funny guy. So now let me just, do this a lot to get people to like me. And I just stuck with that rather than being a bully.
Man, good on
like
Shaq.
a big dude,
He really
man.
got his act together. Which brings us to number 8, because I bet you didn't know just how generous Shaq really is.
Whenever I go to a store from now on, I'm buying somebody else something. Period. All right, grab your bike. Make it quick. Every day I leave the house, I gotta bless somebody. I can't keep all this. Ooh, mongoose. I had a mongoose when I was little. Damn. Sure you don't want no mongoose, cuz? All right, get it. Hey, listen to me. Don't take nothing else from no strangers. All right, let's roll.
Yeah, from bikes to
what's up,
laptops, even bought a man's engagement ring. This dude Shaq is like the Mr. Beast of the NBA. But hey, Shaq is used to spinning big. Cause for number 7, you probably didn't know that his entire life is custom made. See, with Shaq being 7'1", you can't just go to a random store and find stuff that fits. He has to have everything customized to his size. From shoes, to bikes, to cars. I mean, damn, the guy even bought a custom bed that's so big, it fits 50 people.
Crazy,
It's the
man.
biggest bed in the world. Remember that? What did we talk about?
Yes.
It's Orlando, right?
Yeah, it's in Orlando.
And how big is it?
It fits 50 people.
50?
Yeah.
Man, I want to jump on Shaq's bed. But what I don't want is number 6. Because I don't think you knew that Shaq made one of the worst video games of all time. Back in 1994, Shaq released his very own fighting game called Shaq Fu, thinking he'd make waves in the gaming scene.
Join Shaq in the fight against Set Raw and his evil henchman Beast. Kick into action in Shaq Fu.
But this game was a total flop. Because not only did critics give it a 2.9 out of 10, but people hated it so much that someone launched a website dedicated to destroying every copy of the game in existence. Damn, Shaq Fu might be bad, but this is just weird. But hey, Shaq's got more important things to worry about. Because for number 5, there's no way you knew that Shaq is an actual doctor. See, in 1992, after 3 years of college, Shaq dropped out of school for the NBA, and despite choosing basketball, he promised himself that one day he'd go back and finish where he started. So not only did he take some classes while he was in the NBA, but in 2011, after retiring, Shaq returned to college and became Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Dr. David Coppola.
Man, I just gotta stop it right quick, man. This guy Shaq got many accomplishments, man. Hey, man, he done accomplished a lot, man. And he's very well invested. Golly, bro. Hey, I give it up to him, man. You gotta respect the man. I respect your grind, Shaq.
Dr. Shaquille.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
It is my number one accomplishment because I didn't think I could do it at first. For the children that look up to me, for a guy that went to school and stopped and, wants to continue his education.
Picking up a grown-ass man.
Set an example.
Man, after an achievement that big, Shaq should be proud. But what he should be ashamed of is number 4. Because I don't think you knew that Shaq has the ugliest feet in NBA history.
Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Shaq. Babe, look at this man's feet.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Them feet is ugly, man.
Guard your eyes.
So them Fred Flintstones, baby.
Damn it,
Yeah.
man.
Yabba dabba doo.
Dead man, welcome.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, hell no.
The other one, you got it painted.
Start the
man.
music. Start the dance.
Ugh, someone needs to get this man some
For real.
lotion. But alright, dog, we've hit the top 3, so we're about to go deep into Shaq's life. And first, I doubt you knew that Shaq has sold billions of dollars worth of shoes. And it all started in the 90s, when Shaq signed a deal of a lifetime, an endorsement with Reebok worth $40 million. And over the next few years, Shaq swept the kick game off his feet, selling signature shoes for up to $300 a pair. But there was one big problem. 400 million pairs of Shaq's shoes. That's over $4 billion in revenue. God damn! This man Shaq is a genius. Like, I don't think there's a single thing this man can't do. I mean, and number two, he even became an award-winning producer. In 2021, Shaq learned that there was a woman that was drafted by an NBA team, Lucia Harris. And he was so inspired by her story that he decided to executive produce a documentary on Lucia called The Queen of Basketball. And this documentary was a hit. It's at the 2020 Academy Awards. Queen of Basketball won Short Documentary of the Year, making Shaq an Oscar-winning producer.
Damn it, man.
We got movies, video
real.
games, music. Shaq really has
Shaq
done
does
everything.
it all.
Well, everything except number one. Because I don't think you knew that the one thing that Shaq doesn't do is drugs. Because growing up, Shaq's father figure was a drill sergeant, and he made it his mission to keep Shaq in line.
When I was young, I used to get punished for every athlete's mistake.
If you made a mistake,
No, if a professional athlete made a mistake.
then you would get punished.
Yes,
What do you mean?
because my father would always come in and start my discipline off, if you ever.
Woof.
Right, so if you ever hit a woman, I'll kill you. Go to the room. The worst
Damn it, man.
spanking I got ever was Lynn Bias. You know what Lynn Bias is? So my father came in the house fuming. He had tears in his eye. So when Lynn Bias passed away, if you ever do drugs, I will kill you. And that's why I don't do drugs or drink.
That's what's
Yeah,
up, man.
that mentality kept Shaq in check. So as he got older and turned into a basketball phenom, he didn't let the perks of being a star ruin his life.
Damn it, man.
Instead, Shaq kept his nose clean and became one of the richest, most iconic players in NBA history. Damn, I got nothing but respect for Shaq. The man's a GOAT,
real.
but he's not the GOAT. Nah, that is Michael Jordan. And this dude has hit some of the craziest plays of all time.
MJ.
Talking monster dunks, or the most insane game winners ever. Hell, he even hit home runs in the MLB. Oh, you want to hear more? Well, then click.
Well, guys, they done turned off the light on us, man. And, you know, I just want to thank you guys, you know what I'm saying, for taking the time out of your time, you know, stopping by and rocking with me, man. And, you know, if you find this video, you know what I'm saying, to your liking, you know, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. You know, give this video a like. You'll be doing me a favor. And, you know, if you haven't subscribed, you know. So, I appreciate you guys once again, guys. And, you know, I often tell you guys, live life for Christ. No Christ, no life. So live life for Christ.